see the slide, right, Resma?
Sorry. Yeah, yes, I can.
Okay. So we have covered inheritance, okay, where we looked at the parent class, child class, and extend keyword. And we also saw that in the child can inherit the properties from the parents. And then we have a single inheritance, multi-level inheritance, and hierarchical inheritance. Then in multiple inheritance and hybrid inheritance, these two inheritance we'll look at during the trait. I think we looked at the example of single inheritance and the multi-level inheritance. Now
Yeah.
let's just move to the polymorphism. In the polymorphism, this is like what is polymorph means many form. I think we covered this overload and override concepts, right?
Yes.
So those two concepts comes under the polymorphism. So, uh, if you see a right, method overloading is a form of static polymorphism. So it has two concepts. Polymorphism is many form. So like in the overloading, what we were doing, we are writing one method. Let's suppose with name same, with the name sum, and after that we are passing the different parameter to it. One time one parameter, and if we pass two parameter, then all have the different forms. We can call it on the basis of their forms, with the basis of their number of parameters, then order of parameters, type of parameters. So those things we have seen in the method overloading. And method overriding is like child can override the method of the parent and can using the override keyword, and then it can have its own implementation in it. So till here we have looked at, okay, all these things we have looked at already. So see, actually all these concepts, these are just the approach that organize the software design. Okay, when I talk about these four concepts of the OOPS, like inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction, encapsulation, okay, what they are doing. Okay, let me just see. Yesterday we saw this example, def sound, or not yesterday, last class. And similarly we will have one sleep method. Okay, and then we have another class, okay, where we have like class cat, okay, or let's just take class bird. And here, what we were doing, so what bird can do, val be equal to a new bird, and bird can access all the method of the parents, right? Eat, sleep, sound, all
Yes.
they can access. Now the thing is why we are doing that. See, it is not necessary that we should do like this. I can also write these things here, right? And I can, without extending also, I can use it. Correct? If you see here, I can have sound, sleep, all those things, right?
Yes.
Now, why we are doing like this? Okay, why we have these concepts and all? So because see, these are some of the approaches, okay, like which you will be using in organizing your software and designing the objects and all. Okay, it is not necessary that you will be if we don't use the extend and all, things won't work. It can work, but it will make you easy and it will organize the things. So thing is like, let's suppose that these I have 100 of methods, okay, 100 of methods in it, and those from those 100 methods I need 90 methods of that, and 10 I need my own. So instead of writing all those methods again and again in all the classes, I can simply do that, extend it, okay, and extend the other class, and use the methods from it instead of writing again and again. Okay, so these are the some of the way, okay, or approaches which we will be using. So these concept, the four concepts, whatever we are seeing, these are like, oops, those are the programming approaches that organize the softwares.
Okay.
Okay, these are the some concepts which we know and which we'll be using. It is not necessarily, see, in the polymorphism also, we were writing the same name, right? Sound, like sum, okay, and we are passing two parameter, three parameter, right? So instead of naming it the same sum, we can make it same sum one, sum two, sum three. Okay, that does not hamper anything. But these are the concepts which we are using in designing our software and all.
Okay.
and everyone is following these concepts, and it will make his things easy in handling. So,
Okay.
so these polymorphism and inheritance we looked at. Now let's just do two things: abstraction and encapsulation. In abstraction, what we are doing, we are hiding the things. So abstraction you can think of is like remote button. Okay, in the remote, you have the buttons and all. So do you know that how internally it is working? Right? You don't know, right? We don't know like how internally it is working. So what it has been done here, and we don't need to know like how it is working inside. Why we need to know? We just need the functionality that this is the OK button, this is the power button, and all those things, right? So that is the things we call as the abstraction, hiding the implementation detail and showing only the essential features. Like in the remote also they have hidden the complex details, okay, and only shows the essential like power button, OK button, left, right, and all those things, right? So that is also coming, that is the abstraction which we'll be using in the uh, software and projects. Like we will only reveal to the customers what they need to know, only few things, not the hiding complex details and all whatever we are doing internally in the software. And encapsulation means uh, bundling data and method together. And it means that, and also here we are giving we are using private pro. Okay, let me just go to the slide. In the encapsulation, and we are restricting the access of the component using the access modifier. Okay, here we are building variables and associated method together and restricting the access. So how we will restrict the access? So we have seen some of the examples like where the when the things are private things cannot be accessed outside the class. Okay, so those things we have seen it. So there we will be using those access modifier. Okay, let's just look at the access modifier, then we'll move to the abstract class and encapsulations examples. So
Actually, one in polymorphism, you have used extents, right? So that is generally polymorphism. Example.
see, extend is the concepts of inheritance, but using inheritance inside that, I have used the polymorphism. So I have used inheritance as well as polymorphism in one concept.
Okay.
In both concepts, in one example, we have used extend, okay, and then we have used polymorphism in that. That had having the same name. I have given you last day, right? The
Yeah. Yeah.
overload examples and all. If you see
Yes. Yes.
there,
Yes. Overlap. Yeah.
yeah. So we have used that. In first we have used extend, and inside that only we have used polymorphism, like
Overload override is polymorphism.
yeah, override and overload both, where
Okay.
we have the same say I think some example we have taken where we have only one name and different parameters.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
That is overloading. And overriding is where we use the override method, override name, and then we are override giving our own implementation.
Got it.
Okay, so in the access modifier in encapsulation, actually we protect the data and methods. So in the access modifier, we have public, private, and protected. So if you make anything private, public, right? And actually in the when you don't write public in the as a prefix, okay, and the prefix, if you don't write private or protected, then it is by default public. And public can be accessed from anywhere. Private can only access within the same class or object, that we have seen. That when the parameters of the class, the constructor, when we are passing the construct fields to the class, okay, that time those fields where if we don't give val or val, then it will be the private and we cannot access it. That is the one example of the private. And protected can only be accessed from same class and its subclass. Okay, we'll look at its examples. So these are the things: public, private, and protected. Now let's just look at the examples. Okay, let's just move to this animal only. Okay, and then we will look at it. So in this animal, let's suppose this is the animal. Let me just so override, when I was telling, so this is the animal, right? And I can override this sound method here. I have extended it. Okay, and then if I, let's suppose I want my own implementation. So with implementation with whatever the functionality I'm doing inside this. Okay, instead of writing sound, I can do like 1 plus 2, and then I will return. Okay, and then I will return world at 2 string. Okay, so implementation means whatever I am doing inside it. Okay, this we call as the implementation. Okay, if you are not understanding the keyword implementation, then with the implementation I mean whatever you are doing inside the method. Okay,
Okay.
that we call as the implementation. Somewhere we are doing somewhere doing writing just the as in the examples we are taking the simple example, so that's why I'm taking the string in my examples and all. So here, let's suppose you have bird, right? And you want to have your own implementation. So instead of and here how it is implemented, here it is sound is implemented, and we have mentioned animal sound. But here I have overridden it, and now I will write here bird sound. Okay, and when I try to write the b dot sound, we'll see that. See, now it is giving the bird sound. Okay, and if I don't override it, it will take it and it will give the animal sound. So this is the override. And overload is like same name, but I will have different parameter, different number of parameters, order of parameter. So let's suppose sound. Okay, and in this sound, if you see, it will complain here that already have the same name. So you can have the same name, but parameters would be different. So let me just give one parameter here, name. Okay, and make it a string. Now it won't complain because these two are, though they have both have same name, but it has different parameter. So we have three type of overloading, by parameter, order, by type, and ordering of the parameters. Number of parameter, ordering of parameter, and types. Those three are the three different type of overload in polymorphism. And override we just saw. Are we good here?
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's just talk about the abstraction. Okay. For that, let me just remove. Okay, if you see this, right? I have animal sound. See, there are few property of the animal, right? Like sound, sleep, eat. This will be all the animals will do, right? But let's suppose if I talk about fly, can we add fly here? No, right? Because all animal cannot fly. So maybe I can add that inside this. Inside the bird class I can add one more method, fly, where I will write that animal bird is flying. Okay, but I cannot means you can write, but that won't be correct, right? Because but fly should only come into the bird class, because only bird can fly. All the animals, other animals cannot fly. Or
Yeah.
I would say all the animals cannot fly, only the birds can fly. So that's why this fly should come here. Okay. And also if I have one more class, let's suppose I have one class as fish. In that case, let's suppose I can have swim, right? Only fish can swim, not can bird inside the water. Okay, so I cannot write these swim and fly in all those things inside the animal. Okay, because only all the animals cannot see, swim and fly. You can write anything, whatever you want. This we call as the implementation. As per our logic, maybe we will have some other one method inside that will have some complex logic. That can be anything. Okay. Now what I was talking about abstraction. So as we can see, right, sound, sleep, eat should be for all the birds and fish. Okay, and if I talk about this animal sound, maybe if it is implemented in bird, what do you think? What will be the better? Shall I use this only, or shall I just create another bird sound? Anything is fine, right?
Anything's fine. Yeah.
Anything is fine. But basically, in the abstract, what we do, okay, these are the few things which you have to remember. In abstract, we will be using the keyword abstract. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, why it is not complaining? Okay, we are in the worksheet. Let's just copy it there and move to. See, okay, one more thing. We are creating all the classes here, right? Abstract class, classes and this class, but you can do it into the other classes also. Okay, like this will be in the one class, then again you create one new class, Scala class. Okay, and let's just write bird, and inside that you just copy things from here and put it here. This is also the one way to do it. Okay, and as soon as your all the packages and all are inside it, it won't complain. Okay, let me when we read about imports and all, that time I will tell you to make how we can make it in the different packages and all. You have to import the animal and then you can use it. For now, let's just use the only one class. Okay, so in these classes, what we have done, we have made the, okay, and you have to make the class as abstract. Okay, that is the first thing you have to do. And this is one important concepts, or maybe I would say interview question, which people generally ask. And also,
Okay.
if you know it, then it will be easy for the programming and all. So understanding it is good, that you understand in a better way and understand everything from the abstract thing. So in the abstract class, you will use the keyword abstract to make the class as abstract. And there are two type of method. Okay, one is concrete method, one is abstract method. Okay, if you see, right, I don't have any implementation of the sound, and I don't have any implementation of the sleep, but I have the implementation of the eat. Are we good here?
Yes.
Right, so
Yes.
we have the implementation of eat, but we don't have implementation of sound and sleep. So these two methods we call as the abstract method, and this we call as the concrete method.
Okay.
Okay, and
Without implementation, abstract.
right, without, if there is no implementation, we call as the abstract method.
With implementation, concrete.
Right, see the issue what we are seeing here is because whatever the unimplemented method, okay, inside this, the all the, or I would say what all the abstract method should have the implementation in the main method, in the other method, whoever is extending it.
Okay.
Okay, so how you will fix it, can you tell me?
For this, we need to write instant.
No, you need to implement sound and sleep. Can you implement sound and sleep in both of the both of the classes? In the implementation, you have to just okay, one more thing. If you see here, right, it is giving you the error, and once you click on the error, hope you are seeing my screen.
One sec. Yep.
As you are seeing, right, it is telling that class bird must either be declared abstract or implement abstract method sleep. See, I have already implemented sound here, okay, using the override keyword, but I have not implemented the sleep. And whatever, as I told you, in the abstract class, all the abstract methods should be implemented in its child method. Okay, so in that case, you have to implement it. If you click here also, implement members, it will not, or it will give you the what are the members it has not yet implemented, and you can click OK. And now here you just write your implementation. Let's suppose I will write here bird is sleeping. Okay, now if you come here, see here also you are seeing the issue, right? Same issue. Class fish must either declare abstract or implement abstract member. So if you make this fish class as abstract, right, you don't need to implement all the method from the abstract class. But here you have to implement, as this is not the abstract class, so let's just, you have to implement all the members. So if you see, right, sound and sleep, it is giving you sound and sleep, both should be implemented. If you see here, fish has only swim. Okay, here we have already implemented the sound, that's why it was telling that only implement the sleep. But in this method, in this class fish, I have not implemented sound, sleep, eat, sound or sleep, anything. So that's why it is telling me to implement both of the method, sound and
Basically,
sleep.
for abstract, whatever is in the main abstract class, everything should be implemented in the child classes.
Yeah, only abstract method. Not see, if you want, you can implement. You can override the concrete method. Okay, but all the abstract methods should definitely be implemented in its child class.
The print statements can be different.
Come again.
The extension methods inside print statement can be different than abstraction.
Yeah, yeah. No, I did not understand. Are you talking about the implementation? This string?
Yes, yes.
It can be anything as per your requirement. Let's suppose that I have some complex logic. Okay, let's suppose that I have what I'm doing. Uh, Anything complex. Let's suppose that here I have defined one def sum and multiply. Okay, which is taking two parameter a as int.
Okay, as sound and sleep does not have not been given the print or something, that's the reason it's asking down, right?
Right, yeah, we have not implemented. That's what I told you, right? Implementation
Okay,
means
okay, okay, fine.
whatever I am writing inside it. Okay, whatever, let's suppose if I write anything, implement it. So I have given string, so I have to write something println, then it will complain. Why? Because you have given here my return type is string. Okay, that I will be returning string from it, but you are not returning anything because println does not return anything. So that's why you have to give here unit. Okay, if you see this, right, I have implemented this sound. If I remove it from here, now it won't complain that you need to implement the sound, right?
Okay,
Because I have given the implementation here. But if I remove this implementation, then it will complain that you need to implement the sound. So better just make it string because I have given string in other places. Are we good here?
yes.
So in the abstract class, uh, we will be using or define implementing all the no, abstract method inside the child classes and all.
So if without abstract, if we give class and we don't implement, that is also error.
If we come again,
Remove abstract and we don't implement it
no,
inside class.
then it won't complain. Then it will complain you that implement it here. You cannot leave it without implementation. See,
Okay,
it is complaining, right?
yes.
Make animal abstract. If you implement it, it won't complain. See, I have given the empty string here. This we call as the empty string. Okay, but I have given something right now. It is not complaining. See, if you see, it is not complaining.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the concepts of abstraction. Okay,
Can I get this one?
okay, yeah, sorry. Here you can, I think you know that we can create the object like
Yes.
my object, and then we will write the main method. How you will write the main method? You will just write main and use the tab. It will automatically write the main method for you. And inside that you can create the instances of it. Okay, one more thing. You cannot create the instance of the abstract class. Okay, if you try to create, let's see, val a equal to what is the animal, right? New, see, it is giving you error, and it will tell you that class animal is abstract, cannot be instantiated. Okay, but you can instantiate and create the instance of it, but other like bird and all you can create. And let's just give it b instead of a, and we can access the all the methods. See, eat I have not implemented anywhere. Okay, eat is only here, but still we can access it. I can access the abstract class implement method which is already implemented, that I can access from its child class. Is it
Yeah.
good?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
For object with no need of instance, right?
No, object we never. That's what the difference between class and object.
Object. Okay.
So in object we don't need instance. We can directly call. Let's suppose that I have one object. Okay, one object. Let's just give new object as a name, okay? And inside that, let's just define one method. I am a new object. Let's suppose this is, and you want to call it. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to create an instance like how you have created here. It is complaining. Okay. It is complaining because I have missed one braces. So now if I want to call this method, I can directly call using the name new object dot print object, right? You have not created the instance. That is the difference between object and the class. That you don't need to create any instance of it, and you can have only one object instance. Though you don't create, but you will be using object wherever you need just only one instance, like for creating the connections of the DB and all.
Okay.
Okay, let me just give you. Okay, now let's just look in this only. Okay, we will look in this the other concept encapsulation. Okay, encapsulation we have three keyword. Let's make this as normal class instead of. Okay, we have public, private, and protected. If you don't mention anything here in on the in front of method, it will be the public. Okay, and public can be accessed anywhere inside the class, outside the class. Anywhere you
Okay.
can access the any public. Private can only be accessed inside the class. Okay, and protected can access inside the class, and its child can access. Okay, only child can access. The protected can be only accessed by the child. So let's just do one thing. Eh, if we see here, right, we have one sound. This is public. Okay, and I can access this sound. I can override this sound here, right? Now let me just make this as private and see what is happening. See, as soon as I make it private, see, these all started complaining. Why? Because,
Yes.
because we have asked him that override the def sound which is in the animal. Okay, so when it was public, they can access it. But as soon as we make it private, now it is complaining that I cannot access it. Remove the override keyword. Okay, make sound overrides nothing. So if I remove it now, it is not complaining. Let me do one thing. Make this also as private. Okay, now I have made this it as private. Now let's just try to access it using the child class. So child is bird. See, bird it has started giving error, right?
Yes.
Because I have made the bird it as private, and private cannot be accessed by its child.
Okay.
Okay. Now, public can be accessed, private cannot be. If we make it protected, then
Child can access and class.
yeah, only child can access, and the class definitely within the class you can access private as well as public
Yeah.
or
Yes.
protected, anything. Now, if you see, it is still complaining, right?
Yes.
Though we have made it private, protected, but it is still complaining. The reason being, what I told you that it can be only accessed within the child, right? So child is here, but we are accessing outside the child. Can you see and do you understand what I'm telling?
Child is
See, what is the child of the animal class? Bird and fish,
yes.
correct? So bird and fish can access it. But here what I'm doing, I'm trying to access is outside the bird and fish class. See, though you will tell that I have created instance and then I'm trying to access it, right? But this is not the correct. If you take
This
it,
is protected.
yeah, this is protected.
Okay. Okay.
If you take it and if you
Got it.
if you paste it here, it will work. See, now it is not complaining. Okay. So
Got it.
your child, your protected can only be accessed within the child class. It cannot access outside the child class. This is something which is outside, right? because
Yes.
your child class ended here, starting from here, ending here. Your fish is starting here, ending here. So that's why you cannot use it. So, so these are the concepts of private, public, and protected. I think public we have, private we have seen, right? When we give any in the constructor, when we give any parameter, it cannot be accessed outside it. So those things also we have seen.
Yes.
Okay. So these are the some of the concepts of the encapsulations and abstraction. Okay, now where the encapsulation will be used. Okay, see, let's suppose that you are creating one car class. Okay, okay, and now you can access it using this, and you can change it. Let's suppose I want to change the where I want it to make it 12 or something. If you see, I can change the, so as we can see, we can change the speed of it. Okay, but while designing my car class, what I thought that if you see, right, it has printed 12. I have changed the speed. Now while designing, what I thought that not all or any of the any of the method or anything should not change the speed. Okay, so in that case, what I will do, I will make it private. Okay, like I want that no other class can make it access, only inside the car class I should change the speed. I don't want any other class or anything to change it. So in that case, I will make this speed as private, and I will only change it inside the uh, inside this class car. Okay, if any another this one has come, another class has come, class, let's suppose, let's just take one company Honda. Okay, and now it is implementing. In that case, Honda cannot make the speed changes. Okay, only wherever, only inside this car class can speed can be changed, because speed is sensitive. I don't want anyone to change it. I will change it very in accurate way, or very carefully I will change it. Okay, in that case, I can make the speed as private. So these are some of the use cases. Okay, depending on, let's suppose that you have bank. Okay, and in the bank you have amount withdrawal and balance showing. Okay, in that case, you maybe in the balance you will make it private. You don't want any other classes to use it and then make changes in the balances or amount or anything. So in that case, maybe you will make the balance, amount, and all those things as a private.
Okay.
So these are some of the use cases where you will use the private.
So oops are done.
Yeah, oops are done. In oops, we have one more concept of trait, which is also
Okay.
one of the it actually oops are done. Now whatever we are looking, that will be revolve around the oops. Some we will be looking at the private keyword, trait, final keyword, then implicits, and all those things will be used for the programming and all. See, I showed you this, right?
Yes.
Multiple inheritance and hierarchical inheritance. what
Yes.
what is happening here uh, in this, sorry, multiple inheritance? We see this example of single and multi-level inheritance, and I think hierarchical also. In hierarchical, what is happening? See, what is happening here? B is the child class, A is parent class. B is extending everything from A. Here B, so let's just take one example for this. What can be the example for this? One is like A can be animal and B can be bird or fish class, right?
Yes.
Here, what it can be, let's suppose that A is the animal, B is the dog class. Okay, dog is also animal, right?
Yes.
And C will be the any breed of the dog, because breed
Yeah.
of the dog will depend on the dog class, right? And dog class
Yes.
will depend on the animal class. So breed of, let's suppose that bulldog. Okay, let's just take that bulldog. So bulldog is the breed. So maybe I will create one bulldog class. Bulldog class will be depend on the dog class, and dog class will be depend on the animal class. So this we call as the multi-level inheritance. Are we
Got it.
clear?
Yes.
Okay. In hierarchical, what is happening? I have class A. Okay, and B and C both are extending class A. It means that A is the parent class and B, C are the child class. This example we have seen, right? A is the animal, B is the fish, and C is the
Bird.
bird, right? This example also we have seen.
Yes.
Now, what is this? Here, B is the child parent class, A is the parent class, and C is the child class.
Okay.
Okay, so child is inheriting from both A and B, correct?
Yes. Yes.
So child is inheriting from two parent A and B, right?
Yes.
A is also parent, B is also parent. So this we call as the multiple inheritance. And if you see here, it's the same thing. Uh, D is the parent class, okay, and D is actually extended by C. Sorry, opposite. A is the parent class, okay, and C and B has extended from its parent, okay, and D has extended from C and D. This is the diamond problem. We'll look at about it, okay. What is the issue here? We'll see. Well, let's just talk about first multiple inheritance. This is something which we call as the diamond problem, and diamond problem is solved by the trait by using the trait. Actually, the problem is here. Let's suppose we have sum. Okay, we have defined sum here. Sum is defined here also, and some same method named sum. Okay, is defined here, here, here. And when D is overriding the sum method, okay, so it won't understand that which sum method shall I override. Shall I override method sum of C, or shall I override method sum of B, or shall I override method sum of A? So there it got confused, and this is something we call as a diamond problem. We will
Okay.
look at it. So in the multiple inheritance, one class is has the two parent A and B. Okay, this you cannot do it using the extend keyword. Using the extend keyword, you can only inherit it from only one parent. Okay, you cannot inherit from two parents. To inherit from the two parents, you will be using the trait. Trait are defining a behavior or a capability that can mixed into any classes. They can use for that can be mixed into any classes. So here you will have, like, if you see, right, extend a class can extend a single class, but mix in multiple trait using the extend and with keyword. So trait can mix multiple classes using the extend and with keyword. This will see. A trait can contain abstract member and concrete implementation. Trait can also contain both, like abstract method as well as concrete method. A class can extend multiple traits. This will see. Trait cannot be instantiated. Like how abstract cannot be instantiated, trait also cannot be instantiated. Means we cannot create an instance of the trait. And don't take constructor parameter. Hope you understand this with this constructor parameter. Like we have animal class, and in that animal class we are passing some parameter. So those are the constructor. Now let's just look at the some of the examples. After that, we will look at the final keyword and one implicit. Okay, and then I think, and then Scala type hierarchy. With this will be completed. Then we'll move to the Spark. Okay, now let's just look at the trait example. Trait will be created using the trait keyword. Okay, and let's just take one name greeter. Okay, I am creating a greeter class which will greet. Okay, and here we will define one greet method where we'll pass the name of the person whom we will be greeting. So this is abstract method, right? Because we are not giving any implementation of it. In the hello, let's just give its implementation. Whatever the name I will pass here, that will come here. Okay, this we have seen in the functions and methods and all those things. Now, similarly, we can extend the greet. Let's just take one Hindi greeter. Now, in this case, it will complain that you have to implement this because this is abstract method. See, by if you look at it, like it will look to you like similar to the abstract, right? That in abstract also we have the method, implemented method, and concrete method, and abstract method, and in the child class we have to implement it. Similarly, in the trait also will do, but trait has some more functionality that it will look at later, that it can be used in the multiple inheritance also. So here, Can you see this val prefix string?
Yes.
This is abstract method. This is abstract variable because we have not giving anything here, right? If I mention some value here, okay, then it will become the concrete variable. But as I am not giving anything, this will the abstract variable. Now you have to implement this abstract variable also in your parent in your child class. With the abstract method, we have abstract variable also. Let's just give ABC as a name. Okay, so I have one Hindi greeter. I can have like Japanese greeter, Chinese greeter, everything, and we can use it as per our requirement. So I have given one prefix here. Prefix will come here, and whatever the name will pass with this, okay, that will be given. That will be greeting will come for that person with its prefix, whatever we have given here. So maybe I can have like another this one where we'll have Chinese greeter. Okay, and in this method, whatever be the prefix for the Chinese namaste, we will write here. Okay, and in this case, that will come as the prefix. So let's just run it. See, as we see here, right? Namaste ABC has come here, correct? And
Yes.
if I create a constructor for if I create an instance for it, and I try to call this greet method, whatever we write here, it will come with this. Okay, so this is the way we can create the you use the trait similar to how we were using the greet. Now let's just look at the multiple inheritance things, whatever we have seen. Let me just take one easy example, then we'll complete this. This is one trait. Similarly, let's just take one more new trait, another trait. Trait B. We are seeing the multiple inheritance here, which will extend A. See, as we have two trait, right? Now what we are seeing, we are trying to see the multiple inheritance. Like I want both of the this is both will be the parent, and I want to extend both of the parent. So if you want to extend both of the parent, in that case you have to use the with keyword.
Okay.
Okay, see, in the multiple inheritance, we wanted to extend two of the parent. We cannot do using the extend keyword. We have to use the trait. We cannot use it using the abstract and the extend. Okay, we have to use the trait, and in that case, we'll be using extend with A and second with B. And if I have another class also, then I will extend with C and all those things. Are we good here?
Yes.
Okay, now the problem which I was telling you, okay, same thing will happen in the diamond problem also, what we are seeing here. Now let's suppose that I want to override. Okay, I want my own implementation of A. Let me just write it here so that you will understand. Okay, let's just write AA and BA. Why I wrote A and BA? Because just to show that these both are in the A class, A trait. And here I will write AB. Now you tell me that I want to override one of the one of the A method. Okay. Can you tell me how I can override it?
A with X with A, right?
No, I want to override this and I want to give my own implementation in the class X. How we can do it? What is the use of override keyword?
Same name, same method can be overridden.
So this is the def way, right? I want to override this def method. How I can override it here? Using the override keyword, right?
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah.
So I can override it using the override keyword. But when I'm trying to override the A, right? What confusion I will have here is that which one shall I override? See, let's suppose that I override def A, okay, and uh, I have def A in trait B as well as trait A, correct?
Yes.
And now when I try to override it, my program will get confused that which one you want to override. You want to override trait B or you want to override trait A? Okay, this is the confusion it will come here. To solve this, okay, how what trait give us, it give us something like this. See, it give you super and it will give you the keyword. So the this one is, you will write super. Super is for child parent class. Super, then you will give the trait name. This is the syntax which I am telling you.
Here, trait A and B are child class. Huh?
1 minute. Dot method name. Yeah, come again.
Trait A and B are child class.
No, child class is this, right? Which can extend. These are the parent class. How A and B will be the child class. Child class will always extend the parent class. So X is the child class and it is extending parent A and B.
Okay, okay.
Right. We have seen in the examples where class bird extending animal. Right. So
Yeah.
animal is the parent class. And child bird, when I write child bird as the child bird extend animal, animal is the parent class and child bird, and sorry, when I write class bird extend animal. Okay, in this case, bird is the child class and an animal is the parent class. So similarly here, as I'm extending A with B. So why I wrote with? Because I want to extend two parent class. Both of the parent class, I want to extend two classes at the same time. That's why I am using trait, because using abstract and normal classes you cannot extend the two parent class.
Okay.
Okay, for that we will be using the trait. So
Inheritance example, like A and B child class will go to parent, right?
come again.
In inheritance example, one of the ways a child A and B will go to access the parent class.
Which A are you talking about? The method A? Okay.
No, no. In an example of inheritance, A and B child classes will be accessing the common parent class.
Here, no. If you write, tell me what you're in class. Tell me what you are telling.
In inheritance, we have multiple ways of like A, B, both A and A is a child class, B
Okay.
is a child class, where both will be accessing the parent class, common parent class.
Yeah,
For
that
that,
is.
you use trait.
Wait. Let me just take it from there, which I have given you as example. Okay. This is your class animal. Okay. Here I have. This is not the abstract. Okay. Now you tell me. This is animal class. Okay. And this is the child. This is child. This is parent.